This is Gene, and this video is to show you a good way to help optimize your Windows desktop for developing in general, but in our case it's going to be for Java. So here's the wiki page, and we'll just go through it. The first thing is to fix the taskbar. So here we have a Windows setup. And step one is unlock the taskbar. Okay. Next step is to click the taskbar and drag it so it lines up vertically with the right side of the screen. So we just click on it and pull it over, and we can make it a little bit wider. So the idea is we can see our programs in tabs like this, and we'll do further customization to improve it. So now let's add the quick launch toolbar. The way you do that is you right click on the toolbar, you go to toolbars, new toolbar, and then you type app data, Microsoft, what's here, Internet Explorer, and then quick launch. And you can just copy it right from the wiki and paste it into your file manager. And you click say select folder, and here's the quick launch bar. And here we have our shortcuts. And let me just make the point right now. See, these are pinned icons, and you only get one per row. And here we have multiple icons on one row, so it's a more efficient use of our taskbar. And because we need to see a lot of icons, this will be a better setup. So we've completed step 3. We've added the quick launch bar. Let's optimize the quick launch bar by first dragging it to the top. It can be a little tricky, but you just got to grab it and go to the top and see the other elements went below that. Next thing to do is we don't need all this text because the icons tell us what it is, so we can say don't show the text for the icon, don't show the title because we can see it's a quick launch, and depending on your preference you can make it a small icon, and that way you get even more space. For the system tray, this arrow means that there's more icons that we can see here if we wanted to. So the best thing to do here is to customize, say always show icons on the notification bar, and now everything is listed here, and that's just a better way to go. And the final point here is that if you need something as a shortcut on your taskbar, you don't need it pinned. You can just find the icon and then drag it to your quick launch. Like if I wanted my recycle bin to be in my quick launch, see, I got an icon for it. And then again, the value here is I can have 6 icons on one row, whereas here I would take up all of this vertical space. So what I do is I just unpin everything. Okay, so that completes setting up the taskbar itself. Now the next thing is to improve the settings for the start button. So what we do is we click on the start button, right click, and you can go to properties. So first let's go to taskbar, and we want to never combine, and we can say use small icons if we want. And what that'll do is if we have multiple browsers open, let's say, they're not all going to be combined under one tab. They'll get a tab for each browser that's open. So the last thing we should do is we can customize our start menu. And for the control panel, we should display it as a link. And the benefit of that is that if we need to get to our control panel settings, we don't need the entire icon set to load. We can just see the list of the icons and pick the one that we want. So we apply our changes. And you see now, because we don't combine, everyone is going to be its own title tab. And I'm sorry, let's see. Customize. Right, the control panel. So if we look here, this should open up as a link. It didn't do that, so let's find out why. Okay, again, properties, start menu, customize, control panel, display as a menu, actually, is what we want. And so what that'll do is let us see all our icons this way, instead of having to load a window with all the icons in there, which will take longer. Okay, finally, let's set up our file manager. So one thing we can do is we can make a shortcut to our computer here in the quick launch, and so if we ever need to open up the file manager, we can do that very quickly. So for the file manager, what you want to do is you want to select layout under organize and make sure that the menu bar is enabled. If I disable it, there's no menu. I enable it again, there's the menu bar. And we want to improve what the file manager shows us. So what we need to do is, let's see. For example, see there's no file extensions. As developers, we want to know what the file extensions are. Well, there's this one, but the other ones don't have them. So the way we can fix this is we go to Tools, we go to Folder Options. For making navigation better, you want to enable both of these. So that way when you go to a folder, this left panel will update and let you know where you are on the file system. And then for the view of the files, we want to do two things. We want to show, well, a few things actually. We want to display the full path in the title bar. We want to show hidden files and folders, and we do not want to hide extensions for known types. We want to see all file extensions because as developers, we want to know what type of files we're dealing with. So you say OK after this is done. Again, full path and title bar is enabled, show hidden files is selected, and hide extensions for known file types is turned off. Okay, we say OK. You can scroll down now into any folder, and now we see our file extensions. And so that's what we want in our environment. We can close this file manager, and if we need to get back to the Windows Explorer there, we can just use the quick launch shortcut. I'll leave this step for you to download 7-zip if you need it, and if you have questions, please let me know. If anything can be improved here, please let me know, and I will do what I can. Thanks for taking a look.